Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our TeachMeet session. We are very happy to have you here for today and for this inspiring event where educators from around the world will share their experience and best practices. We hope you are enjoying the course so far and gaining new ideas to apply in your classrooms. As we approach the final stage of the course, this is the perfect opportunity to exchange insights and get inspired by a real example of soil education in action. Each speaker will have a few minutes to present their experience, and at the end of the session, we will open the floor for questions. So please feel free to take notes, engage in the chat, and make the most of this session. And now, let's get started. Our first speaker is Anna Makiosi, head teacher at Rizario Kindergarten in Greece. She's a scientist ambassador, e-twinning coach, and global ambassador. She has extensive experience in STEM and nature-based solutions and is passionate about outdoor education. Anna, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. It is my honor to be here today to present my work. Please, Diego, I need your help with my presentation. Thank you. So my presentation have titled "A Wonderful World of Soil." Project aims was to recognize soil as an essential part of nature, understand the role of social and ecosystems, develop responsibility for caring for the environment, exploring the importance of soil in sustainability and in our lives, educated for a healthier planet through soil awareness. Please, next slide. Thank you. What do we examine in this project? What is soil and why is important? Exploring the secrets of soil. What is healthy soil and what does this mean for economy also and our society? How can keep soil healthy? Types of soil and soil properties. What lives in the soil? Can we make soil? Next, please. We use indoor and outdoor STEM activities, of course, and we work according to 5E instructional model. So the lesson plan aims was to help children understand the importance of soil for our very life, and includes engaging, exploring, elaboration, explaining, and evaluation. And you can see some pictures from our schoolyard there, from our children. Next, please. Understanding the role of soil and ecosystem. We wanted to give to children to understand this. We asked them to explore teeny life in the soil using magnifying glasses. We learned that soil holds the rainwater, keeps it clean. It prevents also the ground from flooding. It is home for many teeny creatures that help to make the soil healthy. Next, please. All these pictures are from our schoolyard. Recognize soil as an essential part of nature. Soil is life itself, and we wanted to help children to understand that without soil we would have trees, flowers, vegetables, fruits. Animals would not find food if there was not the soil and grass. And we make an experiment here. We planted plants in different soil types and compare which soil helps plants to grow best. Next, please. We learn the different types of soil. All these kind of soil there are in our schoolyard, and you see how many we have, and not only. Next, please. Experiment with different types of soil. We pour water on different soil types and observe which absorbs water best. Next, please. Exploration and sensory activities. Soil texture hunt. We ask children to touch and feel different types of soil and describe their textures. We asked them to dig and discover because we wanted to help them to understand that soil is a world full of life. Next, please. Thank you. Exploration and sorry. The science of nature. We explain to children how nature turning leaves into soil. Next, please. You see my school garden here. Experiment procedure of compost. You see all the stadium of this procedure. Next, please. We make another experiment. We make a worm observation station, and we also place worms in a jar with soil, leaves and water, and observe how they move and mix the soil. Next, please. Mood kitchen, what else? Children love this. So we leave children to play outside with a mix of water and soil. And today was the day to make again something like this. And children become little chefs and present their plates, their dishes. Next, please. Thank you. Creative and artistic activities. We can painting with using, you can see in the middle the painting, they mix soil with water to create natural paintings on paper. And we make soil collage. You can see the other picture there. The other word picture here, and another online game where children try to find the right water balance for corn plants, and you have the link here if you want to play it. It's very interesting. Next, please. Extension activities. We call an ergonomist to talk to children about your job, about fertilizers. Also, we learned that from soil, we can take building material like stones, gravel, sands, etc. And some hands-on activities. Children explore the nature and find what we ask, find the rock, find the soft soil, dry soil. We ask also the children to stop on soft soil, hard soil, and sand, and then to describe if the footprints was the same. Next, please. Thank you. Develop a responsibility for caring for the environment, educating children about soil through hands-on activities like composting, gardening, and soil observation, fosters appreciation and responsibility for this essential resource. By adapting sustainability actions, we can contribute to maintaining healthy soils for future generations, because healthy soil means better quality of life. Next, please. And at the end, we give a certificate to our children. We organize a celebration event, and we gave to our children this gift with a pot making by recycling paper and a flower poop, just to try to make a little garden in their home. Thank you very much. Next, please. The floor is to the next person.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Anna, for sharing your experiments. You have a lot of experience in teaching the soil with outdoors activities. So now our next speaker is Diana Ivette Valdez Martinez from Mexico. She's a biotechnology engineer, currently pursuing a master's in science education, and her expertise lies in particle accelerators and synchrotron light applications. Diana, please go ahead.
Hello, I'm very happy to be here. Thank you to everyone who made the MOOC such a success. Well, the title of the here is the title. The title is From Soil Research with Synchrotron Technique to the Classroom. The 2030 agenda is based on the five core messages: human dignity, protecting the planet, prosperity, peace, and global partnership. Soil education is aligned with these objectives. According to Voron, soil is a natural resource that can be categorized into different soil types. As you can see in the picture, better soil makes better mezcal. Mezcal is a drink. Its name comes from Nahuatl, Aztec language. Metal means agave and iscali means cooked. It means cooked agave. Mezcal and tequila drinks come from agave. The main reason why I put those first is because we live in a global partnership. Mexico's key exports to Europe include avocado, coffee beans, berries, cocoa is processed cacao, and cacao is the raw seeds. But what makes Mexican products special? As I say before, it's because of the soil, but sometimes because of the sunlight also. Mexico is sunny almost all year round. There are some trees like avocado that need sunlight to grow. These are soil types: avocado, agave, cacao beans, and coffee beans need sandy soil. Cacao, avocado, and berries need clay soil, and coffee beans, agave, and avocado need loamy soil. Going through the matter literally, according to Slack, synchrotron is a type of circular particle accelerator that produces intense beams of light more than billion times brighter than the sun. Scientists select a wavelength that goes to infrared to X-ray. Pay attention please to this part. In the next slide I will explain more. And this is a picture of the European synchrotron radiation facility, just to see how a synchrotron looks like outside. Synchrotron technique, this technique is very general. It's X-ray absorption spectroscopy. It's a technique that uses X-ray to study the chemical composition and structure of elements in soil and plants. It can be used to evaluate soil remediation strategies, analyze micronutrients, and study the interactions between metals and soil amendments. It's important to see that improvements of synchrotron radiation sources can expand the possibilities of the associated methods to soil studies. In the agricultural research using synchrotron, scientists around the world are studying Mexican green coffee beans, specifically sulfur speciation analysis. This is a technique more specific from the X-ray absorption near edge structure. And last but not least, for my learning scenario about soil education, I work with my students. They learn about soil types. They learned about synchrotron technology applied in soil education. Peat soil was used for a tomato and cucumber garden, and they are taking care of the garden. I'm sorry because I don't have any photos of the garden. I'm constantly traveling, but it's similar to the picture. It's very small, and 12 plants in total, half of it, six from tomato and six from cucumber. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Diana, for your contribution about the synchrotron. Very, very interesting. And now let's welcome Emma Abate from Italy. She is a history and geography teacher, an intercultural mediator, and a scientist ambassador. Emma holds a PhD in the history of European society and works as a STEM career advisor and CLIL teacher trainer at the University of Naples, Le Orientale. Emma The floor is yours.
Thank you, Anna. Yes, this is my learning scenario. You can find it in the MOOC because it was a part of the MOOC material. And the title is the same of the presentation, SOS, Save Our Soils. Of course, we started from the case study because I'm a geography teacher. So my goal was to concentrate my students on the different locations where soil presents particular conditions, and so we started from these. You can find the case studies in the LOESS project website, where there are so much resources, so much material that I really recommend you to give a look, because especially for geography teacher, there is plenty of material and resources to use for the case studies. Our learning scenario was based on the engage, explore, elaborate, and evaluate 5EA approach. And you can find it in the MOOC, but also on the website. It was basically planned on different tools, digital tools, 3 tools that I will show during this presentation. I want to underline that all the tools are free. They are very user-friendly. So the student can use them in a very easy way. Of course, the teacher can facilitate the procedure to use those tools, but you don't have to open a profile if you don't want. They are very, very user-friendly. The first of those 3 tools, digital tools, is water balance. In geography, I have still used this tool for a long time. It's with the water balance, it's possible to investigate the water quantity in soils and all the process of soil erosion due to climate action along a very long period, starting from 2000, from the year 2000. You can have a sort of back in time. You can explore by this app all the data between a particular geographical area. So my students decided to explore a particular soil using this app and collecting all the data about. After these, we use it in geography as well. Also, this other tool. This is another tool based on georeferential technology. It's called the Global Forest Watch. It's important because it gives you another collection of data about the deforestation and the soil condition in our planet. So they compared the data taken from water balance with the data taken on Global Forest Watch. And the most important thing that also in Global Forest Watch, you can go back in time and you can explore the same time slots in the same places. So you can see both the effects on soil of deforestation and of water erosion. Those were the two points we concentrated on, we focused on during our geography lesson. But it was not only geography, because for this project we were asked from European Schoolnet and scientists to work together, another colleague, and I love teamwork, so for me was the top to work with my science colleague Vittoria Buccigrossi, and in particular she used this other tool. You can see the name. Also, this tool is very easy to use. You can enter directly without login, without open a profile. It's a virtual laboratory, is a technology, a digital laboratory in which you can observe the plant growth according to the different lights and the different plants. So we connected the study of soil, the analysis of soil, to the use of this digital laboratory. It's a way to show to the students how the light spectrum can influence on plant growth and soil condition. Of course, this experiment can also be replicated in the classroom, and this is what we did. We did digitally, but also in the reality. I didn't prepare a slide for this, but I want to add, because I had forgotten when I prepared the presentation, but the very, very good presentation of Anna made me remember that the gamification and the game-based approach is a very good way to motivate students to analyze soil. In our case, we invented a soil challenge, the best European soil. We used all the materials available on Council of Europe soil protection website. You can find in the annexes of the learning scenario the materials to replicate this game in your classroom. And we organized a challenge for the best soil, European soil. So they have they were divided in teams. They had some schedule with all the characteristics of the soil. They sorted the soil randomly, and after they had to defend their soil to explain why this soil was the best in Europe. In this way, they enjoyed, they had fun. My children are between 14 and 15 years old, because I teach in a secondary school, but they are not too old to play. They are never too old to play. I think that this kind of approach is the best in the classroom, even though they are not very young, like my students are, because they are secondary students. Okay, this was the last slide, if I'm not wrong. I really suggest you those three tools. I repeat, but you find everything in my learning scenario: water balance, Global Forest Watch, and this plant growth virtual lab, because they are very easy to use, and believe me, the students will appreciate them very much. Thank you so much. I'm here for your questions. Sorry, the last one. There was another slide. I forgot. Yes, this is another slide. This is another application that I suggest you. Is an app. Is still in the beta version, but it works. I can assure you that it works, because I'm testing it with my students for this project. The app is called the LOESS soil map. You can download on your mobile, and with this map you can ask your students to go in a particular area close to your home where you live, to put all the data they can collect about that particular location, and so they feel they are contributing to the soil map, the global soil map, using this very easy application app. So it's an example of citizen science. The students are called to take action for the soil in a very concrete way, exchanging data and inserting the data in this app that can use very, very easily in their country, in their town, in their village. So this was really the last one. Sorry, I had forgotten it. Thank you so much.
So thank you, Emma, for sharing your experience and your perspective. Thank you so much. And now our next speaker is Jesus González Lamas from Spain. He has served as an ICT coordinator Head of Studies and School Director. Currently, he teaches at Colegio Montesol, a school with a strong focus on environmental education. And he actually participates in Erasmus Plus and international teacher training. Jesus, it's your turn.
So, hi everyone, good afternoon. As you said, I teach in Colegio Montesol. It is located in a city in the northwest of Spain. It is an industrial city, and our school is in the middle of a neighborhood full of buildings, tall buildings. It is a neighborhood created with the outburst of industry in our city. And at the beginning, it was an area full of buildings with people who came from other parts of the country. If you go to next slide, please. So our school has a great commitment in environmental education. We participate in Voz Natura, which you can see there. Voz Natura is a program from a newspaper here in Galicia, La Voz de Galicia, which fosters environmental education among schools. We are also Meteoscola, which we have our meteorological station. Our school is also a reference school for meteorological activities. Our pupils participate in reforestation activities. Our area has had great fires around us, and they plant trees around the city. We are in recycling activities, beach cleaning in national parks, and when we designed the year-round activities, outdoor activities in nature are a must. All of our students, at least once in the school year, develop activities in nature. We have a school garden. We had an area which was not used at all, and we turned it into an ecological garden. But we did not want to be just a garden. We wanted to implement the garden activities into the class activities, into the school activities, to make them meaningful. And we develop STEM activities, and for us is essential, and the value it has is that it promotes coexistence, makes our school has children from 3 years old to 16 years old. And the garden is a place to gather all, a meeting place for kids from the younger to the older. And for us, it is important that all the activities are integrated in the curriculum and are meaningful. So the school garden is an essential part of our school. If you go to next one, please. So we wanted to make the school garden activity more meaningful and open it to our learning community. And we noticed that the grandparents of our children came to live in Vigo, which is a big city, but their origins were from rural areas. So we noticed that we have some people with a lot of knowledge of expertise in gardening, in farming, and we wanted to take advantage of that. And we wanted to make the garden, the school garden, a meeting point, not only for students, but for all the community. And we sent a form to the community asking for volunteers. And the answer was huge. There were a lot of more than 30 people who volunteered to take part in the activity. And the activity is planned once a week, one day. Grandparents come to the school garden, and they take activities with their grandchildren. It's a family activity to live together. And as the grandparents have so much expertise, they know so many things, we change the focus into workshops on urban ecology, into recycling and sustainable cultivation, ecological plantation, garden maintenance, sowing, beans. And we also made workshops on paper recycling, the watering system. Many of the grandparents worked on some factories and knew a lot of expertise on welding, and they were able to design and implement the watering system. And we developed many more workshops, like the cookery workshop with all the vegetables they grew on our school garden. So we from just the gardening activity, we developed many workshops taking profit of the expertise of the elderly generations. And it is a great activity of getting together generations. Next. So we have more than 50 students involved from 3 to 12 years old. We hold one session every week. We have, and the sessions are connected to the school curriculum. We cultivate different species according to the different times of the year. I think we are planting now watermelons. And we want to give an STEM approach to this activity, taking advantage as well, as I said before, of the knowledge and expertise of the grandparents, which can give more value to the project. You have there the QR code to the site of the project. So we wanted to open not only, we did not want to make only a school garden for the pupils, but to open it to the community and make more permeable the school to our society. So it is our project, getting together pupils with their grandparents. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Jesus, for sharing your work and inspiring us with your projects. Thank you. Next, we have Serpa Kol, a primary school teacher at Murat Koluk Primary School in Istanbul. She engages students in astronomy, science history, and environmental education. She also organizes various projects such as twinning eco schools and zero waste. Today, she's joined by her colleague Aifer Yilma. And please, Serpi and Aifer, go ahead.
Hello. This is Serpil from Istanbul, Turkey. She's a primary school teacher. She's married and she has a son and a daughter. her husband and she grows their own flowers, vegetables, and fruits in their small town near Istanbul. They have a yard, and she likes involving her pupils in outdoor activities, especially gardening activities. And she's sending these flowers to you from her garden. She works at Murat Kölük Primary School in Istanbul. She has 35 pupils in her class. They are 9 years old and they are in the 3rd grade. She says they are lucky because they live in a big city, Istanbul, but their school has a big garden and they spend a lot of time outside. And they have another advantage. Their school is very near to a forest where they go there several times a week. Now, I'm going to share with you some soil activities, eco activities that she has been doing with her pupils. And at the end of her presentation, we will share the link of the lesson plan of these activities. The name of the lesson is The Earth is Escaping and We Are Chasing It. She prepared this lesson plan according to 5E model: engage, explore, explain, elaborate, and evaluate. And primary school is four year in Turkey, and the first 4 year. And in public school, there's only one teacher actually, and we say class teacher, for example, classroom teacher. And this lesson is for science and life science courses at the 3rd grade of primary school. And it is in accordance with the curriculum of Turkish Ministry of National Education. The plan includes topics such as life cycle of plants, the importance of plants, animals, soil, and environment in their environment. The duration is 2 hours, 2 lesson hours, 80 minutes. The objectives for science course explain the life cycle of plants, realize importance of soil for the living things, living beings, and recognize plants and animals and the environment. Life science course recognizes living beings and the environment and raise awareness to protect them. Yeah, in some countries they combine these courses, but in Turkey we have different separate ones. In the engage part, this is just an example. She has other also examples, but this is 10 minutes to attract pupils' attention to the topic and activate their prior knowledge. This is suggestion. She tries to attract pupils, increase their willingness to participate in the new topic. For example, she brings a chickpea and a glass of water to the classroom, then asks pupils, what do you think this chickpea could turn into? How does plant grow? Could plants survive without soil? Short discussion is held, and pupils listen to a song from YouTube. We don't have time, so we shouldn't, but you can listen to the song because we will be sharing these slides. Then the teacher introduces topic. Today we will discover how plants are grown and why soil is important. The second stage, explore, 20 minutes. Our objective is to have pupils learn the cycle of plants and properties of soil by trying them out, recognize the importance of soil, recognize plants growing in environment, recognize animals living in the environment. Suggested activities, chickpea germination using cotton. This is in group activity in class. Planting chia seeds. Again, it's in group activity in school garden. Seed planting. Individual at home. And in primary school, parents' involvement is popular. So this is individual and also raise awareness of parents as well. Egg carton recycling to make paper pulp and seed bowl. Finally, planting seed balls in school garden and at home, in groups in school garden and home. Soil testing, investigate if it is hard, soft, dry, moisty, and trip to Atatürk Forest to investigate the soil there. Rain effect, how does the rain affect the soil there? And trip to Botanical Park, which is again not very far from the school. They go, pupils and teacher go there on foot activity to find some specific plants and animals there. And our third stage, for 20 minutes, our objective is to systematically explain life cycle of plants and importance of soil. Activities, teacher draws cycle of the plant on the board, seed germination, seedling, adult plant, flowering, and seed formation. Each stage is explained through plants such as chickpeas, dandelions, sunflowers. Short section from Tema Foundation. Tema is a foundation, is a very big foundation in Turkey. And they develop a lot of educational materials for K-12. They watch educational video from Tema, living creatures in the soil and the formation of the soil. Teacher explains the earth forms, help soil and tree roots and prevent erosion. The Tema Foundation was firstly established to raise awareness about erosion. You know, Turkey is like other Mediterranean countries, risk of erosion, and we do a lot of things to raise awareness about it and to prevent it from the very early age. Students are asked to answer the question, why do plants grow in soil? How do earth worms help the soil? They're asked to explain what they have learned by drawing pictures. Elaborate. 20 minutes, students relate what they have learned to real life and produce creative products. Suggested activities, plant life cycle wheel. In this, students make a wheel out of cardboard, place each stage on wheel by drawing them. They turn the wheel and play out of life cycle of the plant, like in the picture. Coloring activity that describe life cycle in the shape of an accordion are carried out. Botanical park and monumental trees connection. Locations of protected monumental trees are shown on the map. And the question of why are these trees protected is discussed. The map is provided by the park. Erosion experiment plan. 2 containers are prepared. Soil and plant seeds are put in one, and only soil is put in the other. After the plants grow a little, irrigation is done with the idea of rainwater harvesting, and how erosion is prevented is observed. The result of the experiment will be discussed in the following lessons. And finally, the evaluation for 10 minutes to evaluate how much the students have understood the subject. She has prepared a question answer including with some pictures you see on the right. Coloring work. Students complete coloring page describing life cycle of a plant verbally, explain each stage. A competition also is held to order the life cycle in the shortest time on the wheel. Formative assessment can be done, journaling, for example. Students write down first day of the chickpea germination experiment in a notebook. For example, today we put chickpeas in cotton. What will happen tomorrow? A coding exercise can be done by writing the steps of the chickpea germination process, but the coding exercise is not the technical or digital, but with the writing. And materials. For this lesson, these are the materials we used and the assessment criteria and the link for the lesson plan. Thank you for your patience listening to us.
Thank you very much,
Sorry for this.
Chef Pilar and Ifer. Don't worry, sometimes we have technical problems and we have to solve. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing your no, don't worry. Thank you for sharing your lesson plan. It's very completed and very impressive. So congratulations. And finally, let's welcome Mona Sawan from Lebanon. She's a specialist in educational leadership and human resources, as well as a certificate international training and artificial intelligence educator. So Mona, the stage is yours.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. My name is Mona Sawan, and I'm so excited to present this project, LOESS. This project is all about increasing soil literacy, because understanding soil is key to building a sustainable future. So today we will explore why soil matters, how it connects to STEM, and how we can engage students in hands-on learning. Next slide, please. Here's a quick overview of what we will cover today. Introduction, the importance of soil education for sustainability, why soil matters, soil's role in life and ecosystems, soil health and STEM, how soil bridges science, technology, engineering, and math. Engaging students, practical ways to teach soil literacy, call for action, how you can join us in promoting soil education. Let's dive into the first topic. Building foundations for a sustainable future. Soil is the foundation of life, yet it's often overlooked. By integrating soil education into STEM, we are empowering students to tackle environmental challenges like climate change and food security. This isn't just about dirt, it's about understanding how soil impacts everything from the food we eat to the air we breathe. Together, we can build a sustainable future by starting with the ground beneath our feet. Next slide, please. Why soil matters, the foundation of life and ecosystems. Why does soil matter? Simply put, it's the foundation of life. Soil supports ecosystems, nutrient cycling, and biodiversity. It provides critical services like growing our food, filtering water, and storing carbon. Healthy soil means a healthy planet and a healthy future for all of us. But soil is under threat from erosion, pollution, and degradation. That's why understanding soil health is essential to solving environmental challenges. Next slide, slide 5. So soil education is a perfect gateway to STEM. Let's break it down. Science studies soil composition, biodiversity, and the nutrient cycles. Technology using tools like inflometers and even DNA analysis. Engineering, designing solutions for soil conservation and filtration. The math, it's analyzing data on erosion and carbon storage. So by connecting soil to STEM, we are equipping students with the skills to solve real-world problems and become the next generation of environmental stewards. Next slide. So how do we make soil education exciting for students? Through hands-on learning. Here are some ideas, activities, soil sampling, pH testing, and sedimentation experiments, outdoor learning, visiting farms or wetlands to observe soil ecosystems, and by projects, designing compositing systems or solutions for erosion, interdisciplinary links, connecting soil to geography, history, and even art. The goal is to inspire curiosity and responsibility, because when students engage with soil, they become innovators and the problem solvers. Next slide. So soil literacy isn't just for scientists, it's for everyone. Informed decisions about land use, agriculture, and conversation start with understanding soil. By integrating soil education into STEM, we prepare students to address the global challenges like climate change and food security. I invite all of the participants to join initiatives like the LOESS project, promote soil literacy in your community, and help us build a sustainable future, one student at a time. Final slide. Okay, thank you for your time and attention today. Soil is the unsung hero of our planet, and together we can give it the attention it deserves. So you can visit the website LOESS Projects to learn more and get involved. So let's work toward a healthier planet, starting with the soil beneath us. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, Mona. Thank you for your contribution. And now we have some minutes from the question. Remember, you can write the question in the chat. And if you have any specific question for a speaker, please mention their name. And we have one question for Anna. Anna, which kind of soil was the best for the plants in your experiments? And if you have made compost with worms? I think you are muted, Anna. Can you turn on your microphone? Yes, thank you.
It's okay now? Okay, thank you. So we try with worms. We put worms in a jar, and we add water, soil, and leaves. And in this station, we can see what happened and how worms help to make all this mixed very rich and good with dark color soil. And also if you saw when we make experiments with my children, we ask from them to put seeds in different types of soil. So we found that the dark one was the richest. So it's very good for our plants, if this is the question, I don't know.
Yes, I think this is the question.
And we
Thank
continue,
you.
of course, the lessons about soil, because children all day dig the soil outside the schoolyard.
It's normal. Thank you. And we have other question for Diana. Diana, do you think it's possible that X-ray damage the living organism of the soil with the synchrotron technique?
Excuse me, I couldn't hear you.
Yes, I can repeat it. Do you think it's possible that X-ray damage the living organism of the soil with the synchrotron technique?
Yes, of course. There is a damage in the sample, but that's why the samples are very small. In this case, it's very specific. For instance, the sulfur studies or analysis, that's why the use of synchrotron radiation technique, it's only for a very few and specific research. I hope this can answer the question.
Okay, I think you have answered. Thank you. So now we are at the final of our session. Thank you all for your great questions and engagement in today's session. A big thank you to all our speakers for sharing their knowledge, experiences, experiments, and ideas with us. Your contribution enriched this community, so thank you so much. And remember that the recording of this session will soon be available on the course platform. So stay tuned if you want to watch it again or catch up later. And with that, we conclude today. So thank you all for joining and good luck with your learning scenario.